Well, the fake news weasel Prava Legacy Media, well, they no longer give you news. They simply push a phony false narrative every day, kind of like Pravda does. Every day, rather than report the news and all the great results in President Trump's economy, they kind of have a 5-day podcast reshuffle of fake Trump sucks news. This is how it goes. Monday, it's Russia collusion. Tuesday, Trump is mentally unfit. Wednesday, Trump's a racist. Thursday, Don Jr. sent an email. Trump's going to be indicted. On Friday, look at this book by Micah Wolff. Even Steve Bannon thinks he's nuts. Then they hit the shuffle button and start all over again on Monday, just like you do with your podcast music. You just hit the shuffle button. Then if they need extra artillery, they trot out all these people they love to hear from on the fake news networks. Adam Schiff, pencil neck. Let's hear what Adam Schiff has to say today. Trump's going to be indicted. Good job, Adam. Wow, you're really good. Then let's trot out on MSNBC. Let's get Maxine Waters. Trump's going to get impeached. Thank you, Maxine. You're brilliant. Then let's get John Lewis from Atlanta. Trump's that racist. What? Every day they bring them out over and over again. Now let's get Dick Weasel Durbin. Tricky Dick Durbin. Yes, Trump said this. Maybe he didn't say it. He kind of said it. He did say it. I had a meeting. It was confidential, but I leaked it all so that maybe we can win another House seat someplace. This is what you deal with every single day. And nothing is going to stop. It's unstoppable. It goes on every single day. They just hit the shuffle button. And this is basically the news. If you turn these networks on or open the New York Times or you read the Washington Post every single day, this is the onslaught you get against this man, this presidency. Nothing about the fact that we've hit an all-time high in the Dow Jones. Nothing about the fact that people's retirement investments are higher than they've ever been. Nothing about the fact that we've had a wage increase for the first time in 40 years across the board. Nothing about the fact that unemployment is all-time low. Nothing about the fact that the Trump economy is booming to such an extent that new people are joining the labor market. Have you heard that? The New York Times the other day had to finally admit that on their business section. New people are coming back into the labor market that haven't looked for a job in years, since 2007 crash. They're reemerging into the marketplace, and they're getting hired. Guess what? Now we find out that companies are now not rejecting former felons and people with criminal back records who have done their time, who have been shut out of the job market, which is a tragedy in this country. Now companies are hiring them. Why? Because they have a shortage of labor. Right? That's a good thing. This is what we want. We want full employment. And the unemployment numbers don't tell the whole story, because the unemployment numbers only are looking at people who are actively looking for a job. There are so many people who just dropped out or have been rejected so many times because of a felony on their record. They can't work. So they're shaping up at labor-ready places. Some of them go back to crime because they can't make a living. Now they're getting hired. This is a great thing for America. Wages are raising. I told you the other day, the Chrysler plant is putting $1.5 billion into refurbishing a new plant in Michigan. 2,500 good-paying jobs. Chrysler just gave people $60,000 bonuses. Walmart increasing the minimum wage out of the goodness of their heart? No. Oh, let's give people money. No. Why are they doing it? They're doing it because they need to attract workers, right? And the pool is shrinking. And so as the pool shrinks, in order to keep their workers from going to Amazon or one of the other retailers, they simply have to pay them more. If you've got 2 applicants for every job opening, why are you going to raise pay? Actually, you're going to lower it to the absolute minimum, because people are going to take the job because you got too many workers applying for each job. Now it's the opposite. For every job you have, you don't have one person applying. You got 2 people applying for 3 jobs. So you have to, what do you have to do? Raise wages to attract more people. Is this simple economics for working people that the Democrats and the liberals just can't understand? Like the open borders people, they just can't grasp this? I mean, what is going on out here? The economic news that we're getting every day that goes unreported by the fake news weasel Pravda legacy media is unconscionable. It's like we live, forget the countries that Trump mentioned, the S-hole countries. It's like we're in a third world tin horn dictator media country where the media is controlled by three people. It's like Pravda. It's propaganda. You don't get news now from CNN or from the Times or the Post or the LA Times. You get propaganda. You get a narrative. And the next thing they're going to try to do is shut down talk radio as they've done in the past, because now we're the only game in town. Tune me and you're going to get the truth. Tune these other people in. If you put on Chris Cuomo on CNN right now, I guarantee if you turned it on right now, they're blasting Trump. I guarantee, I could bet you $100 straight up, even money, hit the button. I guarantee it, within 60 seconds of having it on, they're blasting Trump on something. Calling him a racist, calling him a this, calling him a that. That's all they do. It's unbelievable.